Welcome back to Bay Sunday. Whether you use a bike just to get around town or for off-road adventures, your ride just got a serious high-tech power boost. E-bikes, these things have been popular in Europe for several years, and the technology is finally making its way across the Atlantic to the States. Wiener is the owner of the New Wheel, San Francisco's premier e-bike store, and she brought over a couple of bikes for us to check out. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
These are really cool. Tell us a little bit about these, because I was able to actually ride one a couple days ago.
Yeah, so the experience is unlike really anything else. It's everything that's fun about a regular bicycle, except for that you can make it up a hill easily. You can put extra cargo on your bike. You can ride longer distances. You can get to work and not be sweaty when you get there. And so they transform the way that one can use a bicycle, especially in a place like the Bay Area and in San Francisco.
All right, so as I mentioned, I was on one of these things a couple days ago. Let's take a look at the clip and we'll talk about it afterwards. All right.
Is that the one you're going to choose?
Check out my new bike. So how do you, so I've never been on an e-bike before. What do I need to know?
It is very intuitive. So you have to switch it on, which you already did.
Okay.
And it starts usually in the, like here, in the off mode. So you can ride it as the usual bike.
Yeah.
So you have 4 different assistance levels, and you can walk through them by pressing the plus button.
As you're pedaling?
No, you can start
press it
right now. So you see the first was Eco, and then the next one is Tour, and then you have Sport, and you have Turbo, which is the one which gives you the most assistance.
I see.
It
so up a hill, when you're going up a hill.
Exactly. And if you hit the information button, you get additional information about trip distance, for example, the information about the battery. So it's almost full, so you're good to go.
And does the battery get recycled, or does it recharge as you're pedaling? No,
it does not.
Okay. No. So it's pretty simple. When you need a little bit of help, you just push the button.
Exactly. It's very, very intuitive.
Cool. Just nice.
Yeah. All right. Is that a good seat height for you?
Yeah, it looks fine for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do it.
So, what gear are you in?
I'm in 1 right now.
Okay, good. Does it feel like a normal bike?
Yeah, it feels like a normal bike.
Okay. Now press plus.
Plus.
To shift into eco mode.
Just eco.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel a little bit of assistance.
Okay, good.
I'm not sweating, as you can see.
So
feels pretty good. All right, so then we took on some of the steepest hills around the station. First, I tackled Vallejo. It was quite a climb, but I was able to ride it sitting down. A car passed me by right there, but I was going pretty fast. Piece of cake. Then we took on another hill, even steeper, and I was sitting the whole way. In the end, didn't break a sweat. Made it back fresh enough to anchor the noon show right after that. So that was a lot of fun. So this thing, the e-bike, it runs on a battery. You have to charge it every day. Tell us a little bit more.
So an electric bike basically has 3 different components. It's got a battery, small motor, and a console, the way that you control it. And you guys talked about that in the video. The actual magic, though, is in something that we hardly ever talk about. It's a torque sensor. So there's actually a set of sensors in the motor that sense how hard you're working. And they're programmed to understand what you need. So as you started to climb Vallejo, which for all of the locals here, you'll know that that's like a really serious hill. As you start to climb, the bike registers that you're putting more effort in, and it meets you with more power. And it'll give you up to 3 times your pedaling power. And that transforms everything, right? So you're basically, it's like a hybrid car. You're the main motor, and then your work is offset by the electric motor. And what that does is gives you a ton of range. You're going to get between 25 and 80 miles per charge on one of these bikes.
Right.
And that means that you can leave home and you can, adventure around up to the top of Mount Tam. You can go to Point Reyes. You can just get to work. And so, if you're commuting 5 miles across town, you're going to charge once or twice a week. That's how it goes.
And I think it's one thing is cool about this is that if you're a couple and one person is physically fit, and the other person may need a little bit of help, it kind of helps the two go at the same pace if one person needs a little bit of help and boost.
It's the great equalizer. What it will do, it will make your significant other into the ultimate trainer in your life, because that person will now kick your butt up any hill.
And very quickly, why is it more popular in Europe?
Bicycling is a mode of transportation in Europe. And so it is accepted as a really wonderful way to go and get around. That means you're willing to maybe spend a little bit more money to buy a bike.
All right, Karen, thanks so much for joining us
Sure,
here this
thank
morning.
you.
For more information about e-bikes, you could go to Karen's website, newwheel.net. For more information, that's newwheel.net. And that is it for this episode of Bay Sunday. Check out our Facebook page where you can pitch some story ideas and find out information about our guests and our show. Give us a like while you're there. And that's it for today. We'll be back with more Bay Sunday next week. Have a great day, everyone.